Dear students, in this video tutorial, you will learn about different storage classes in C++. According to your syllabus, you have to learn four main storage classes. They are local, global, static local, and register. But we have one more storage class is there, thread storage class. So, first we will see what is a storage class. So every variable in C++ has two main features. They are type and storage class. Type we already discussed, that is the type of the data that variable can store. Example, int, float, char, etc. And the storage class is something different. The storage class actually related to the properties lifetime and scope. As I discussed earlier, the storage class of a variable can be divided into 5 types. According to your syllabus, you have to understand first four. The first one is local variable, second one is global variable, and third one is static local variable, and the fourth one is register variable, and the final one is thread local storage. All these are different storage classes in C++. We will see different storage classes in C++ one by one. The first type of storage classes in C++ is local variable, or it is also called as automatic variable. A local variable is a variable which is defined inside a function. That is called as local variable or automatic variable. As I told you earlier, a storage class actually related to two properties. The first one is scope of that variable, and the second one is lifetime of the variable. Here, in this case, the scope of local variable is limited within the function. That is, we can access this variable only inside that function. And the second property, lifetime, the lifetime of local variable ends when the function exits. This example will give you the clear idea about how local variable works. Here in this case, you can see that inside the main function, I have defined a variable var with a value 5. Then in the function testof, I have defined a variable var1 with a value 6. So when you look at main function, at the end of main function, I assigned a value 9 to var1. Actually, var1 is not a part of main function because this variable is a local variable of function test, and the local variable of main function is var. So you can understand that the local variable of a particular function can be accessed only inside that function. I cannot access var in the text function, and also I cannot access var1 in the main function. That you can see in the example. The variable var cannot be used inside testof, and var1 cannot be used inside main of function. The keyword auto was also used for defining local variable before the variable declaration, that is auto int var. You can use it like this. But after C++ version 11, the auto has a different meaning and should not be used for defining local variables. This example will give you the clear idea about how global variable works. Here I defined a variable C in the beginning of the program with a value 12. Then I started main function. Inside main function I incremented the value of C. So the value C became 13. Then I displayed value 13. Then I called a function testof, and the control wheel goes to the function definition of testof function. Here I incremented the value C again. So the value C become 14. Then I displayed that value. Then when the program ends, the scope of variable C ends. Here you can see that the global variable C can be accessed anywhere in the program. It is not local to a specific function like main function or test function. It is global to all functions or can be accessed anywhere from the program after its declaration. That is why it is called as global variable. Here you can see that output is 13 and 14. So in this program, C is a global variable, and this variable is visible to both function mainof and testof. The third category of storage class is static local variable. A keyword static is used for specifying a static variable. Here you can see an example. When I declared a variable A, I have used static before that variable, that is static float A. This way we are defining a static local variable. A static local variable exists only inside a function. That is, the scope of this variable is limited to that function only, similar to local variable. That is, you can access static local variable only inside that function, but its lifetime starts when the function is called and the lifetime ends when the program ends. The main difference between local variable and static variable is that the value of static variable persists the end of the program, but the value of local variable ends or exits when the program exits. These points I have already explained in the previous slide. Just go through these points quickly. A static local variable exists only inside a function where it is declared. That is similar to local variable, but its lifetime starts when the function is called and its lifetime ends when the program ends. The main difference between local variable and static local variable is that the value static variable persists the end of the program. This example will give you the clear idea about how a static local variable works. Here in this example, I have used two functions, testof and mainof. Inside testof function, I have declared a variable var as static local variable. And inside main function, I have called testof function two times. During the first call, variable var is declared as static variable and initialized to 0. Then 1 is added to var and displayed result. So we will get output 1. When the function testof returns, variable var still exists because it is a static variable. The lifetime of static variable ends only when the program ends. During the second function call, no new variable var is created. The same var is increased by 1 and then displayed on the screen. That is, the value of var at that time is 1, and when you call it second time, it is again incremented by 1 and you will get a result 2. But in the case of local variable, you will get output as 1 and 1 because When you call the function test of second time, it will again reinitialize the value var as 0 and repeat it again, because the scope of a local variable ends when the function exits first time. So when you call it second time, it will call that function as function. The fourth category of storage class is register variable. Register variable is similar to local variable. That is, the scope of the register variable is limited to the function where it is defined. That is, you can access register variable only inside that function. A register variable can be specified by using a keyword register. Register variable is also considered as faster as compared to local variable, because if a program encounters a register variable, it stores the variable in processor register rather than free memory location. This makes it more faster as compared to local variable. However, this keyword register deprecated in C++11 version and should not be used. The final category of storage class is thread local storage. This is actually not in your syllabus, but you have to understand what it is. A thread local storage is a mechanism by which variables are allocated such that there is one instance of the variable per extant thread. A keyword thread local is used for this purpose. This is the end of video tutorial on storage class in C++. Thank you.